It's $5 and you get a salad too.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hello, Louisiana beer reviews. We were discussing fried chicken policies. Anyway, since the hurricane, a lot of places haven't reopened, and it's a problem. Okay, so here is a Hacker-Pschorr Oktoberfest Märzen. We did a Märzen from North Carolina or California earlier. This is 5.8%. That was 5.5. This is brewed in Munich, Germany. It's a traditional recipe, original Fest beer, but it's the Märzen style Fest beer. It's filtered, 11.2 ounces.
Ah, so we're getting one straight from the source.
Straight from the
per
source.
se, where they've got purity laws. This is their beer. They know how to make it, and they don't imitate other people's.
Yeah, and I was complaining
beers.
about the July can date for the Sierra Nevada. This is May can date, bottle date. But it's got a year. They give them a year shelf life when they're coming from Europe.
Why do you think they give them a year in the United States? Most of domestic beers are dead after like 4 months.
Because they figure it's going to be a big delay getting over here, so they better put a good shelf life on it. I don't know if it's going to hold up, but
You don't think it has anything to do with the ingredients that go into the beer? Like some ingredients fade if you're using subpar ingredients.
could be.
Huh.
Could be, could not be. Oh yeah, let's make sure. Okay.
Oh yeah.
They sent me beer once. Hacker-Pschorr sent me beer once, and then but just once, and then let's see, Paul Honor.
You know, the one thing I do like about this style that has absolutely nothing to do with the style is that it's you can see through it. You know, it's filtered beer. You don't have to use your kidneys or anything like that to filter them, or your liver.
Yeah.
You know.
You can tell this ain't gonna make your stomach stick way out.
Right.
It's copper, and that other one was more like red,
Yeah.
orange copper.
It was orange.
This is like brown copper. This, you know,
This is
just
copper.
yeah, like a copper water pipe.
Mm-hmm. It's
That's
exactly this.
one-
It's like
unusual.
it's like a little. Yeah, it's definitely like a penny copper.
Yeah, I wish we could have saved some of that other one just to compare. It was definitely a different color.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that before that one was coming through. Kind of like an orange, like a
party
Texas,
ball.
like a Texas Longhorn.
It was a weird color. This one's more standard.
Texas Longhorn orange. You know?
Yeah, this is more standard color.
Yeah. All right. Cheers. I think we're gonna notice a difference between the two.
Well, the smell is a lot different. The
Yeah.
other one didn't have much of a smell. This one has a really rich, biscuity cracker aroma.
Yeah, I'm getting that off of this. Remember I told you the other one I wasn't getting much smell at all.
Yeah, you said it was, quote, ho-hum, unquote.
Yeah. Blah.
Oh, that's right, you said blah.
All right. So go ahead and taste this.
Oh, rich aroma, taste. Sweet though, different kind of sweetness.
It's sweet, but it's like a married sweet.
Prickly carbonation.
Yeah. There's a bitterness, but it kind of melts into a slight creaminess too.
Now see, the Sierra Nevada Märzen, I said it was 3 out of 5 sugar cubes. This one I would say, excuse me, 2 out of 5 sugar cubes. It's a much lower sweet level.
I'm gonna agree with you that it's 2, but we were told 2 different spectrums.
Yeah, you were
on
saying
Sierra
B minus
Nevada.
and I was saying A.
No, just overall, we were spectrum
Yeah.
different on it.
The bitterness level here is higher. Not way
It is.
higher, not way higher, but higher. Like 2 out of 5 hop cones on the Cyclops scale. I always use the Cyclops scale, but it's actually a scale that a beer company has to register for. You know what I mean? Like they have to sign up, probably pay dues, and then they can list it on that.
So you're actually behind the dues, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm actually just applying their methodology to whatever beer I'm reviewing on
So the Cyclops people can come to you and say, hey, because you mentioned our scale, Doherty,
I don't know.
Donnie,
All right.
you got the beer.
Anyway, it's very bready, yeasty. It's really different than the other one, I gotta say. The body's the same. It's kind of like watery body.
Mm-hmm. So,
Dry
so,
finish.
so got that breadiness going on with it, that almost like that dark, like pumpernickel. Yeah, it's that dark brown bread. If you get Oktoberfest, they give you the breads.
There is a
Sausages.
bread called pumpernickel. The other beer, even though it's lower alcohol,
I don't want to compare this to the other beers.
just listen to what I'm saying.
I want
Just listen to what I'm saying.
on
There's
this
a
beer.
point. There's a point to what I'm doing.
So you're going to beat up the other beer? and we
There's a
really should be
point.
doing
There's a point.
But we should be doing a review
Just
on this
listen.
and not a comparison.
Listen, if I drank a lot of that, I would start getting sick of that one because of the sweetness and syrupiness. Like I said, it was like liquid brown bread crust. This one, you could just drink it and drink it and drink it, and you wouldn't get that feeling.
See, that's why I wish you wouldn't do that, because I didn't have the same experience with that beer as you are. So now you're being biased in your review by trying to compare, contrast that beer to one
Okay.
beer. Well, that's why I just wanted to do the
Okay,
review.
then forget
on
that. Okay,
This
Hacker-Pschorr.
beer,
Okay,
not all
okay,
of
well
them.
then forget that. This one you could really drink a lot, and it would be dynamite.
Well, this one's got more of a robustness to it. And everything's kind of married together. It's clean. I'm not getting anything off with it.
It's a super drinkable beer.
Yeah.
5.8. That's pretty strong alcohol, though. If you did a super drinking session with this, it might get to you.
It's not overly grainy. I'm still getting the grain. You're still getting that, as you explained, the Roman meal bread, even though that stuff hasn't been around in over 20 years.
So long ago.
Right. So we probably need to change that analogy to something that's more.
It's the only one that tastes like that. The Roman meal had a unique flavor.
But if no one's experienced Roman meal,
Only
you
people
can't
that
go in a Wayback Machine and get Roman
right,
meal.
unless they're in their 50s, and probably don't.
So we probably
remember.
need to like change that analogy to something else.
Tastes a whole lot like Great Value bread.
I would say in general, it's like a strong whole wheat bread. So you got a whole wheat bread. No, the crusts are all about the same. So
Okay.
we just got to like make sure the audience knows what we're
Right.
talking
Yeah,
about.
because a lot of people.
Because they might not know what Roman meal is.
Okay, how you score this one?
I'm gonna give this one an A.
Yeah, I'd definitely give it an A. I think the first
I'm
time
gonna
I
give it,
reviewed
I'm gonna
this-
give it like a 94.
I'll go along with that score. 94, 9.4 out of 10. A most excellent beer. Mathern's has this. Some other New Orleans locations have it. I don't know if your town carries Hacker-Pschorr.
Yeah, I don't know how much I paid for this, but I thought it was really reasonable. It was probably maybe $9.99. So,
And it was founded in 1417.
wow.
So over 600 years ago. And it's the two family members. The Hacker guy got married to a Shore, I think woman, and then it became Hacker-Pschorr.
What year was that? 14 what?
Not the marriage, that was later. 1417.
1417. What was going on in the 1400s in history, in Europe?
The Eastern Roman Empire was still around. Although
Reformation.
it was being, no, that was till 1517. 1517.
So you don't think this was stolen from a monastery, a shut down monastery recipe?
It might have been developed with monks.
There's been debate about some of the German Austrian beers, whether they really are family recipes,
Or if they took them from monasteries that were seized
yes,
in the revolutions. Oh. Anyway, 1400s. In
yeah,
West,
back in the day, that's what they do. If there's a conquer of one civilization to the other, they would take all the smart people, all the scientist types, and the people who would make money, and they would bring them in and assimilate them into their own civilization. Everyone else became like slaves and stuff.
get too much into that. I just say during that time period, 600 years ago, you had in Western Europe, the Holy Roman Empire was the big power there, entity. In the East, you had the Eastern Roman Empire, which people call the Byzantine Empire today. No one called it that back then.
Which has been defeated by
but the Turks were coming in.
Turks.
Yeah, they were in the process of wiping it out.
The
Ottoman Turks.
Right.
They wiped it out in 1453. But anyway, 1453 years after this. So anyway, thanks for watching this video production. A most excellent beer, and we're going to end this review by saying y'all go to Munich, Germany, and tour the Hacker-Pschorr brewery.
Drink better beers.